All right, cool. So we're talking about, would you date yourself? How to make sure that you are constantly and consistently being chosen. I took this platform from using others. Now we're experimenting on Facebook. YouTube going to be here. I would love to keep things housed here. In fact, we are going to be keeping things here. So thank you for tuning in for our first broadcast, and we're talking about choosing yourself. Let me get back on track. So one of the big things that we're really looking at right now is there's so many different persons are trying to find jobs, trying to find relationships, trying to find just better friends, just relationships, platonic, romantic. And what it can happen many times is we start looking at you know we start looking towards the other person, we start looking towards the job, we start looking to these things, and I'm such a huge believer of you attract what you are. So I'm always about working on myself because that's the one variable that you can control. Oftentimes, whenever we're trying to say, you know, um, we want to get better at something, we want to do different things, we kind of put that on the external. I'm big on, I'm going to control the variables that I control. So we're talking about every single day. I'm going to be picking a theme of the week, and we're going to be breaking some of these things down about choosing yourself. So, back on track, when we're trying to attract different things in our lives, we need to make sure that we also have the right honey that brings in that right type of bee, right? So, one of the big things that I see oftentimes with attractive people, more people who tend to get more attention based upon their looks. I'm not trying to say you're better, I'm just trying to say they tend to get attention based upon whatever their ish is, anyway, we're not even going there for right now. But you want to make sure in the attraction aspect, yesterday I talked about what it is that you're looking for because you do need to figure out what you want so you can know what to pay attention to. Boundaries are a superpower. And with more boundaries, you can start making better qualified decisions because you can kind of keep things at bay if you see something and decide, hey, do I want to do this? Now, the next step here is recognizing what exactly are you asking for. And that's more so looking at some of your behavior. Who do you become when you're frustrated? Who do you become when you're angry? Who do you become when those emotions kick in life? Many of them are kicking in. But who do you become? Because those are so important that you pay attention to. Because whenever you're out there and you might be feeling these emotions, you can be attracting a completely different type of person based upon different moments. Now, I'm not saying that you need to fake it, but if you notice that maybe when stress gets high, when the problems are really high, you just become a different person, you need to be mindful of that. Why do you need to be mindful? Because your language would change, your whole energy would change, just things will change about you. And that can also kind of repel some things and also attract some things. And it's kind of it's the first step in self awareness is recognizing when those moments and emotional highs and lows are there. Am I in the best place? Because if you're making decisions when you're in those places about maybe you should want to see this person, maybe you want to do this job, this interview, maybe you want to do this networking event, maybe you want to get out there and talk to the different neighbors. If you're not aware of your emotional state and how if you're in that place, hey, it might not be the best time, you could be putting out the wrong type of just kind of the thing that brings people to you. So be very, very, very mindful of that, of your emotional state. Not quite sure what this is. So you need to be very mindful of these things when it comes to looking at your emotional state. How in the world do I break this down? Do, 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 do. There we go. Bear with me. I'm trying to figure this out.